Yo, let's be real. The Flipper Zero is more than just a hacker's toy. It might just be the coolest remote control you could ever want for your Raspberry Pi. We all know the Pi is the heart of countless awesome projects, from home automation servers to little retro gaming machines. But actually managing it, especially in a headless setup, without a monitor or keyboard, can be a real hassle. You're constantly dragging out a laptop and fumbling with SSH over Wi-Fi just to run one simple command. So what if you could use the gadget that's already in your pocket as the ultimate hardware controller? What if you could run scripts, reboot your system, or check its status with just a few clicks? In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to connect your Flipper Zero directly to a Raspberry Pi with just 3 little wires. We'll install a fantastic open source app and turn your Flipper into a powerful pocket-sized terminal for any Pi project. It's the perfect headless setup, and it's way easier than you think. So why even bother doing this? The huge win here is immediate portable control. Imagine you've built a custom security camera, a portable network scanner, or a robot running on a Pi. Instead of needing a whole other computer to interact with it, you just pull out your Flipper, plug it in, and you've got a command line. It's all about making your projects more self-contained and way easier to manage when you're out and about. And the best part, the hardware you need is super minimal. You probably have it all sitting in a drawer right now. You need a Flipper, a Raspberry Pi, a micro SD card for the Pi, and just 3 male to female jumper wires. That's it. No special shields, no complicated soldering. Just a few wires are all that's standing between you and a much easier workflow. Okay, let's start with the brains of the operation, the Raspberry Pi. Before our Flipper can talk to it, we need to get the Pi ready to listen. We're going to do that by enabling the serial port, or UART, which allows 2 hardware devices to have a direct conversation over a physical wire. First, we need to get the Raspberry Pi OS onto our micro SD card. For that, we need the Raspberry Pi imager. Once you have that installed, insert the card into your computer and open the official Raspberry Pi imager software. Now, choose your Raspberry Pi device. Next, click Choose OS and navigate to Raspberry Pi OS Other and click Raspberry Pi OS Lite, the 64-bit version. After that, click Choose Storage and select your micro SD card. Now click Next and then Edit Settings. Now ensure that Configure Wireless LAN is selected and enter your Wi-Fi network's SSID and password. Make sure to also set your username and password. This is crucial for when we log into the Pi. Lastly, hop over to the Services tab and enable SSH and make sure to use password authentication. After that, click Save. And now lastly, click Yes, Yes again, and let the imager do its thing.
You blanked on this one.
Once it's finished, reinsert the SD card so your computer can see it. Open the bootfs drive that appears and find a file inside called config.txt. Open it with any text editor. At the bottom, under the All section, we're going to add 3 lines. The first one is enable_UART equals 1. This turns on the hardware serial port. And to avoid conflicts, we'll also add DT overlay equals disable -BT to free up the primary UART from Bluetooth. And then finally add DT param equals UART0 underscore console equals on. And that is to ensure the login prompt is available over this connection. Now save the file, safely eject the card, and pop it into your Raspberry Pi. Now for our little Cyber Dolphin. The magic that makes all this work is a custom Flipper application or a .fat file. The community has built apps for almost anything, and today we're going to use one I made exactly for this, called Flip RPI. Thankfully, installing it is super simple. The app is available for download from the web-based Flipper App Store, which you can find at lab.flipper.net/apps/fliprpi. To get the app, connect your Flipper to your computer with a USB cable and make sure it's unlocked. Then just head to that web address in your browser, and once your Flipper is connected to the site, you just click install and the website handles the rest. And with the app installed, we're ready for the final piece of the puzzle. This is the most critical step, but it's simple. We're going to connect the GPIO pins on the Flipper to the GPIO pins on the Pi. Pay close attention here. Getting this wrong can potentially damage your devices, so let's double check everything. We need to make a three-way connection: the TX, the RX, and ground. For them to talk, they need a common ground. Then the TX or the transmitter of one device must connect to the RX or the receiver of the other, and vice versa. Here's the exact wiring. We need ground to ground. In my setup, I have this red wire, which is ground, to the ground on the Flipper. Next, we have the Pi's TX to the Flipper's RX. So on the Pi, the TX is this white wire, and on the Flipper, right into the RX. And then lastly, we need the Pi's RX, the black wire, to the Flipper's TX over here. Now, serious warning, whatever you do, do not connect any of the 3.3 volts or 5 volt power pins. The Raspberry Pi needs its own power supply. Trying to power a Raspberry Pi from your Flipper's GPIO pins will likely kill your Flipper for good. So go ahead and power on your Raspberry Pi. Now on your Flipper Zero, go to your apps and open up the RPI app we just installed. The app will immediately try to connect, so we need to sign in. Scroll down and click send, and then custom. Now type in your username and hit save. Then do the same thing for your password. Now we are logged in and we are ready to control our Raspberry Pi. Now let's try some commands. In the send menu, there are a list of commands we can try. Simply clicking on one, like ls, and clicking save, and boom, a file listing from your Pi's home directory. And the cool part is, there's a whole list of custom commands, which saves you from having to type out long commands on the Flipper's D-pad. Let's try a common task, checking for system updates. Simply scroll through the command list and find sudo apt update and select it. Then go and click save. And right there on your Flipper screen, you see the familiar output as the Pi connects to its software repositories. The possibilities here are huge. You can scroll through that custom list to manage system services, pull the latest code for your project, or even get a live view of your system processes. You can also manage power with sudo reboot and sudo shutdown. Just think about it. A portable network security tool you can manage on the fly, a physical control panel for your home media server, or a field controller for a custom drone. This simple setup totally changes how you interact with your Raspberry Pi projects. And just like that, you've got a powerful pocket-sized remote for your Raspberry Pi. You've just unlocked a whole new level of convenience for pretty much any headless project you can dream up. The open source community is always making these tools better, so it's only going to get more capable from here. If you found this video helpful and want to see more projects that bridge the gap between the Flipper and other hardware, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss the next one. I've put all the wiring diagrams and links to the app on my GitHub page. The link is down in the description below. This setup really gets to the heart of what the Flipper Zero and the Raspberry Pi are all about. They're flexible tools that are only limited by what you can imagine. When you put them together, you get the best of both worlds. The Pi's brain and versatility with the Flipper's awesome portability and all-in-one interface. I really want to know what you plan to build with this. Drop a comment down below with your project ideas. Are you going to build a portable network multi-tool? A custom gadget controller? I'd love to hear what this inspires you to create. I'm Jay Blanked. Thanks for watching. Peace.